Welcome to Culture No Cap. I'm your host, Eric Spencer, along with co-host Reverend Eric Helton in the building. What's up, man?
Hey.
Why
you smiling like a mule eating briars? Why are you so happy?
I ain't smiling, man. I'm just, let's talk basketball. I know, you like to start with sports usually.
The Lakers beat the OKC Thunder today.
Oh, you didn't catch the Duke game this weekend, huh? You missed it. Well, Duke got beat. They messed up my bracket, so I'm a little upset too, man. But I know this. I ain't that upset though. I was like, man, forget that little trophy, because this was the team, man. They were supposed to win it. I did. This is the best Duke team I've seen in a while, man. How you feeling, man?
This team was better than the Zion team.
Definitely. How you feel, man? What went wrong?
Hey,
defense.
Well, they act like they hadn't practiced inbound play against a full court press all season long. Man,
you don't know. But let me ask you this: does this prove your theory about the ACC? The ACC is weak. Can we say that?
No, I mean the ACC is weak, but Duke wasn't weak. It hurt Duke that they averaged beating the ACC teams by 22 points a game. So when it got into a tight game, they played 1, 2, 3, really 4 tight games all season. They lost every one of them.
Yeah.
I sent you that text when we had the ball with 19 seconds left. Cooper about to slip and fall.
Yeah.
Because I knew then. I mean,
Yeah. So it'll be Houston versus Florida for the championship game tomorrow. Who you got winning? Florida over Houston.
Yeah, I'd like to see Houston win, for Sampson to win it for the old dudes. He'd be the oldest guy ever to win it. Mm-hmm. But no, they got Florida got a player there to step up in the clutch.
Yeah.
I mean, Duke, I ain't done complaining about them. Why is and these are college kids, so I want to be careful, but they're also basketball players who are public figures. I don't know why Tyrese Proctor was in the game at that late, knowing that Houston had the foul, and he's shooting 50% from the free throw line during the tournament. Why is he in the game? You knew he was going to miss it when he stepped up to the line. Why didn't, when Con Knipple caught the ball, why didn't he just hold it a little stronger and wait for him to foul it? He's shooting 92%. He'll make the free throws. Why didn't Cooper Flagg go to the hole instead of shooting a fadeaway? Make them refs call a foul.
Yeah.
Why did them refs call that bogus over the back on Cooper Flagg, and they've been letting them beat each other up the whole game?
It was over the back, though. It could have been a no call. It could have been a no call.
That was a play on. I mean, why did Mason Gillis decide this is the time I'm gonna swing and hit the dude in the face to get the flagrant one and just stop all your momentum?
That was a bad call. I didn't like that one.
Well, I mean, by the rules, that's a flagrant. It was a flagrant one. He hit him above the neck. I mean, by the rules.
Yeah.
Couldn't complain about it. Why did Sion James decide, hey, I'm gonna turn the ball over twice in a row for them to score? Why did John Shire not say, hey, fellas, calm down?
Didn't call a timeout. Let him play it out.
He ran out of them.
Oh, yeah, he was out of timeouts at the end.
He ran out of them. But I'm not going to do this. I've seen a lot of Duke fans be like, y'all Carolina fans.
Mm-hmm.
And not blame the refs. Now, some of them do, and that's just stupid. Shire needs to be fired.
I mean, he got y'all to the Final Four. I mean,
yeah, come on. Only reason he got to the Final Four was because he was better than everybody else. There's a lot of teams that are better that don't win. I'm not saying that. I mean, he got you to the Elite Eight last year. He got you to the Final Four this year. Let's see that next step.
Seems like you got a lot of questions.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, if this was back in the day and Duke just lost in the Final Four that way, you would say, hey, the future's bright.
Right.
Because you got 3 freshmen starting. So, boy, what's going to happen next year? And them 3 freshmen ain't going to be there next year. So you're pretty much starting from scratch. Every team with Duke now is just a new team for 1 year.
And this was the team. This team was loaded. You think Cooper Flag will stay? Will Cooper Flag stay, though?
No.
There you go.
I wouldn't stay. I think Con Knipple should stay. But if Con Knipple stays, his lack of athleticism will start to show more. And when now they got him a top 10 pick, he might fall out of the top 10, so he needs to go. The only one who should Malawatch. I mean, he can improve his offense, but I mean, he's going to be a lottery pick.
Yeah, he ready.
Yeah, so I mean, but we got the Boozer twins coming in next year. We got 4 top 25 freshmen coming in next year, but once again, it's going to be a young team. I'm glad that this COVID stuff is about to run out. Super Senior is about to be done.
Yeah, got a lot of them. A lot of 2020.
So, yeah. I mean, it happens.
I mean, it happens, man. I mean, you know, I wasn't gloating too much. I was just, like I said, messed up my bracket, so I wasn't.
You was happy than a runaway slave with papers.
I mean, I didn't expect it though. I was shocked that you were.
I didn't expect it, especially when they got up like they did. I'm getting ready to send you a text saying a normal Duke team would lose a game like this. Well, normal Duke team did. they did.
Oh, so okay, so they lost. So it'll be tomorrow, like I said, Florida and Houston. So also South Carolina played UConn for the championship. And South Carolina got beat. They got the brakes beat off them. Really,
Cowboys beat out of them.
That was embarrassing, man. What do you think happened there?
Better team won.
Did you feel like? I feel like they weren't prepared, man. I don't know. They just seemed like they weren't ready for that.
Hey, the better team won. They beat them by 30 during the regular season.
Yeah.
The better team won.
But it's a championship, man. You got to be ready.
Prepared. You only got 1 day to prepare for it.
Yeah, the shot selection though.
They couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
Nothing would fall.
And some of them shots, they weren't even looking at the basket.
That's what I'm saying. Shot selection means something, man. You got to at least look at the basket when you shoot.
What I text you this morning, what I tell you?
Yeah, you said your heart said what'd you say? Your heart said South Carolina, but your mind told you UConn was gonna win.
Yep. I ain't know they was gonna win like that.
Ooh. Was like 30 points? How much they get beat by? Like
they
30?
They ended up beating them by what, 82-59. But it wasn't even really that close.
It wasn't that close. Oh man.
But hey, Paige Becker's got her a national championship.
Caitlin she does. Clark. Well, you know, she deserved it.
Caitlin
Clark. And Caitlin did not get one.
There you go.
Oh, well, since we're staying with sports, man, we might as well talk about Ja getting fined $75,000 because he wanted to do gun gestures. He's still playing with guns. What's up with this dude? What's up with Ja?
Well, clearly he'll never get it.
But what do you think it is? What do you think his obsession is with just doing stupid stuff? Do you think it's just he don't care? He likes the attention.
Young, rich, and don't give a F.
Yeah. 75,000 is nothing to, you know.
I mean, for us, we you know, man, I got to take out a loan. It ain't nothing for him.
It's not. But what about your image? I mean, you got a shoe deal with Nike. Like, this stuff don't mean anything to you anymore. Like, what's up?
Did he lose that deal after he did the other stuff?
He didn't. They put him on hold. They froze him out a little bit, but no.
Yeah, you didn't see him as much. I just don't think Ja cares.
How many more times you think they'll give Ja?
I don't know, man.
You think this is the last straw right here?
At some point, they can be like, look. But, but it's different. They've been putting up with Draymond for a long time. But, I mean, stuff like this.
Yeah, but you got somebody playing with guns, literally. Playing with guns. And then you got him playing around like he's shooting. It's just a bad look for him all the way around. Like, why?
Terrible look. He don't care.
He don't care, man. And then it's like you're supposed to be. We talked about being a role model before, and it's like he doesn't really care to be a role model. He wants to be. You know what he want to be. I don't even want to say it.
Yeah. Well, Barkley said that all those years ago, though. Just because I can dribble a basketball don't mean I should raise your children.
Yeah. When will it end? Do we need to stop supporting these athletes, though?
We'll never do that.
Stop buying these shoes and these tickets and these jerseys. Be like, man, y'all got to act better. I got to do better.
That's our entertainment, though.
It is. We can be entertaining, come on TV, but do we have to buy the product? Is what I'm saying.
We shouldn't. Hey, I don't buy any Cowboy stuff anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. You should never buy that crap. But anyway.
You just own it today there, huh? Fellow, you just own one today, huh?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, like, but no, seriously though, this right here, looking at Ja, young guy, just at the peak. I would say he's at the peak of his career right now.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's watching you. Why? Like, I know this is something everybody's doing. This isn't just something he made up. It's been going on, and they've been finding people for this.
But if you notice, he's not as popular now as he was before all that mess.
So you think he lost some of his popularity?
I think he's lost some. And he's definitely not pushed by the league like he was.
Yeah, would you push for this guy to be the face at this point?
No, I'd push Jason Tatum.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be act a fool. Like, this is just
somebody who's boring. And see, but you don't want to push somebody who's boring. But you can't push somebody who's like this.
What's boring though to you when it comes to basketball and imaging? What's boring?
I mean, it's like he's bland.
He's not a flashy player.
He's not, but he got a ring.
Yeah.
He's a reigning defending champions right now. But you still don't see him pushed like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what can stop this guy from acting like this.
Hey, sometimes that just is who they is.
I think that's what it is with him. He don't, like you said, he don't care. He young. He gonna get his money. It don't matter.
So either y'all like it or don't like it. I'm still getting paid.
Yeah. Speaking about acting a fool, man. Talking about acting a fool. Donald Trump, these tariffs, man. These countries are retaliating with more tariffs. It's like, what's the end? Like, why does he think this is gonna work?
I mean, that's what he believes in him. He 100% believes in him. I don't know if he thought I could just. Okay, yeah, it's a negotiation tactic, but what happens when they spit back?
Oh, they spit.
So you either take the chance of looking weak because you stopped them, or they take the chance of looking weak because they stopped that. Man, I don't know. I just, but it's an issue. Even at my job, I told you we supply auto parts. Already Stellantis, which is like one of the top 3 or 4 auto manufacturers in the country, is laying off 900 people due to the tariffs. because these car parts don't just come from America. They come from overseas as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so, we starting to feel it. Everybody's starting to feel it. And I went to the grocery store today. Kind of felt it.
It's man, I want gas $3.14.
Gas is up. Groceries are up. But he promised us day one. He said day one.
He must have meant day one of year 5. I mean, but see, you can't. People can say we didn't vote for this. You really did, because he's been telling you tariff from the beginning. This is what he said he's going to do. But he made you think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, but all the economists were saying this was a bad idea, that Americans would be affected.
We don't listen to economists. We don't listen to scientists. We listen to Trump.
Yeah. And
we passed a house the other day, had 2 Trump flags and a North Carolina state flag. Didn't have a United States flag though.
Hey, I believe it's he rules, man. He's a dictator. He really is. He's a dictator, man. We are facing a dictatorship. It's obvious.
And I don't get it. But this is what they want.
Yeah, and I was reading somewhere where it's gonna affect mostly people that making average of $43,000 a year or less. It's gonna affect them. It's not gonna affect people making more than that. It's gonna really hit the people making low income. So those are the people that supported him, though. He played off
the people that the everyday worker. And, there you go. Here you go. This is what you wanted. And for some reason, a lot of y'all still gonna be like, it's just gonna take some time. It's Biden's fault. It's Biden's fault.
Well, he is at a lower approval rate than he was before. Like, he's headed towards Jimmy Carter in the late 70s.
That'd be so beautiful.
It's happening.
Hey, but you know what? I'm still in office. Y'all ain't gotta like me. Y'all got me in here.
Yeah, he's at a -12.
Hey, this dude.
In 2 months, where Jimmy Carter made it to, I think it was November.
Y'all just trying to put him down because there's been a perfect 2 months and y'all trying to just make stuff up. But that's fake media.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with this guy, but we feeling it. Thanks.
Yep.
Everybody vote. Appreciate it.
That's all y'all who voted for him. We appreciate you.
Enjoy.
Hope you have the day you deserve.
But the Democrats are looking ahead. They're looking ahead to 2028. They're looking at some candidates. And at the forefront, it looks like Kamala Harris will be the top candidate. When I saw this, man, I was like, this is insane. This is insane to get her. But what do you think?
Not because she wouldn't be a good candidate, but because she already proven she can't beat him.
Granted, she didn't get the full she didn't go through the primary, she didn't do all the things, she had a shorter time period to work. You can't forget about that.
I don't forget about it. She had 100 days.
Right. So do you think if she goes through the primary, does all the things, has a full campaign, do you think she can win?
Depends on who she's running against.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to me, though, how she's number one.
She's number one in April. Now, will she be number one next year? I don't know. Some of the other names were Bernie Sanders came up. Tim Walz.
He's never gonna win. Tim Walz said he wouldn't run for president.
Pete Buttigieg was right behind Kamala, actually. At 30.
Ain't he gay though?
He is gay. Openly.
They'll never elect him.
I don't think that'll happen either. AOC is up there at a 7%.
Democrats won't vote for her. She's too radical.
Gavin Newsom, California.
I thought might have been higher.
California's too
It's a
mess. Now somebody
wasn't Reagan from California?
Who? Ronald Reagan?
Yeah,
he was from California. But California, as we know,
it's different.
It's different now. Yeah. Somebody else was Cory Booker, who they put him out there.
In the words of Uncle Ruckus, niggas don't even like Cory Booker.
I can't see Cory winning, man. I just can't.
Nah.
But what surprised me was there was no mention of Hillary Clinton or Jasmine Crockett.
That Jasmine right now is a little too unpolished.
Yeah, she is.
Hillary's old news.
Now, why do you think Hillary's old news?
Hey, that's why Kamala surprised me. She tried, she failed.
But again, people would say she didn't get a fair shot.
Why not?
She came in the middle. She came in the middle of the race, pretty much.
Hillary.
Oh no, I'm talking about Kamala. She didn't get a fair shot. I'm talking about
Hillary.
Oh, Hillary got a fair shot. She just couldn't follow through. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why I'm not surprised her name's not on there. That's which, I mean, Kamala didn't have. She didn't have a long period of time.
Mm-mm.
Is America going to be as racist in 2028 as it is now? If it is, and misogynistic, if it is,
yeah, it depends on the climate. That's 100% right. It depends on the climate of America at the time in 2028. What's the climate going to be like?
Will they have turned on Trump? If they've turned on Trump, everything's fair game. If they haven't, no, she's not going to win. And you notice I ain't see Shapiro.
Shapiro wasn't on the list either.
Yeah, he's a Jew.
I don't. Do you think that's an issue for people, him being Jewish? Do you honestly think that? You think that's a huge issue?
It's probably not as big an issue as Buttigieg.
There you go. I don't think so either. But to put Kamala back on.
Yeah, first was I could have seen her being in there somewhere. But first.
Yeah. Because we talked about her being governor of California.
Yeah, that's what I was still thinking. She's going to run for governor.
But she has presidential aspirations, man, which I can't blame her. I thought she would run again, but I just didn't see her the number one spot. I didn't see that.
Well, I thought she would run again after being governor. I thought she would run again.
Now you think about what you're saying. This woman was the vice president.
Yeah.
Now she got to run for governor and win, and then she can run to be president.
Yep.
That don't sound crazy to you?
Nope. Because of who she is.
I know, but it's crazy.
That's just because of who she is. I mean, for a man, that'd be ridiculous.
You're going backwards. You say you're hustling backwards. You're hustling backwards. You going to governor.
For a man, they'll be like, "Why are you taking that? Why are you taking that demotion?"
Mm-hmm.
For a woman, you got to take the demotion to get a promotion.
Sound like a T-shirt. You should write it down. Might do that.
Copyright it.
For real. But yeah, so they did have a rally protest this past weekend. How did that go?
I heard it went well. I don't know. Was you there?
No, I didn't. I think we both said we weren't gonna.
Yeah.
But I mean, you had I think over 1,000 cities that participated. So that was a good thing. They were protesting Trump, Elon Musk, this administration. A lot of people showed up. What do you think or how do you think this will impact?
That's the question. I want to see what it impacts. That's
yeah.
Because to me right now, it just seems like they mad. Haha, so what? Need to see the impact that it has.
Yeah. So you have to be seen. We'll see how it goes. We were talking about Cory Booker earlier. He broke for the record for the longest speech on the floor over 25?
Yeah.
25 hours?
Yeah. Wow. You know what's impressive?
What?
He ain't need to go to the toilet. He must have on some Depends.
He had to have on Depends.
I ain't nowhere. You go 25. Now, sometimes you eat the right stuff or the wrong stuff. You can go 25 hours without shooting a deuce.
Yeah, you can do that, but you're going to pee if you drink any
25
water.
hours without peeing and he drinking water.
And he about 55, 54.
Yeah, he had on some Depends.
Or you think that grown man up there sitting there peeing on himself?
Yes.
I don't. See, I'm thinking he didn't drink anything or eat anything the day before. Maybe. He did like a fast. Had to.
Yeah. But talking for 25 hours?
That's a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah, man. That's good. Standing on your feet for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He had on little diapers.
Oh, well, they gonna ask. I'm surprised nobody asked him. Like, how did you stand? How are you standing up for that long?
Yeah, you ain't had to go to the bathroom. Tell the truth, shame the devil, Cory.
Yeah, I mean, right. But he did it, man. He broke segregationist Strom Thurmond's record. Glad of that.
I'm glad of that, but I'm 25 hours talking.
That's a long time. Shout out to Cory.
Yeah, I know you peed yourself. Can't tell me.
Would it be worth it though to you to break a record? Would you pee on yourself? Would you wear Depends to break a record? Why are you thinking so hard?
Depends on what the record is.
The record is the beat Strom Thurmond.
No, I wouldn't peed on myself.
You didn't care. Yeah. Well, he said he felt.
I mean, and now if I had to get paid, get some money for it,
you would do it.
Oh yeah.
They said, Eric, Reverend Helton, I want you to break this record. I want you to preach for 25 hours. Could you preach that long? Did you do a marathon sermon?
No, I preached for 2 hours before. That's a long time.
So you don't think you can do a whole day in a couple hours?
I mean, you don't know what you can do till you have to do it.
I mean, that's a long book now.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah, you could do it. The question is, could you physically do it?
Oh, I got you. I mean,
I can find 25 hours of Bible to talk about.
Yeah, I got to say now. But he said he talked about Trump and Elon Musk and administration and Medicare. And
at one point, he was reading the Bible.
Was he?
Yeah,
I didn't catch it.
He's like, man, I'm running out of things to say. My coworker was watching it. And I walk by, I'd be like, he's still talking? Yep. Oh my God.
That's wild. Shout out to Cory Booker, man. Into some sad news, man. I know I sent you this. So it was a stabbing in Frisco, Texas at a track meet. A young man, 17-year-old KARMELO with the K, Carmelo Anthony, stabbed 17-year-old Austin METCALF.
So
because he was under the wrong.
Before you do it,
go ahead.
These pictures. Which one is KARMELO with a K?
Come on, bro.
Which one is Austin?
He's so racist, man. You know exactly when I said KARMELO, you know exactly what I was talking about, the black kid.
Carry on.
Yeah, so apparently KARMELO was under Austin's team's tent during the track meet, and Austin approached him and said, "Hey, you need to move." KARMELO said, "Make me, put your hands on me and see what happens." Altercation happens, and Austin gets stabbed. Allegedly, it's according to reports.
Yeah, well, the kid said, "Yeah, not allegedly, I did it."
He said he did it. But what's happening here is, of course, people are making this into a political issue. They're making it into a race issue. They're saying that this kid, KARMELO, will never get a fair trial. He is being attacked and used as a pawn. And they're saying this Austin kid was a bully and he should have got stabbed, is what I'm hearing a lot on the internet, which sounds crazy to me.
That is foolish.
What do you think when you read this article? What did you think about it?
I was thinking the kid is guilty, but I'm thinking there's more to the story. They got witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to really know what happened. Was he bullying him, or was he like, yo, man, why are you over here? And was KARMELO like, I bet you don't do nothing to me? Or was it, you need to get away from here? Mm-hmm. I'd like to know the whole story. He said they jumped him.
Yeah, they said now that's another story. They're saying he was jumped and they broke his phone. But in the article and in the news, I haven't heard that part.
You don't see that. Yeah.
You don't see that. Someone is they trying to throw sauce, like somebody adding to it. Or maybe this is a true story. Maybe there's a witness that can make this make sense. But I don't know. I hear a lot of stuff. I'm not sure. But either way, people are making this out into a black and white race issue. So which is sad.
I don't think they should. I think people need to hold their judgment to find out what happened. But here's the thing though.
Mm-hmm.
If Austin stabbed KARMELO, black folk would lose their mind too though.
They would. But if Austin had stabbed another Jeremy who happened to be white, it wouldn't have been a story.
It'd be a story in the news and go away.
And same thing if it was KARMELO stabbed Akil,
really.
Another black kid, it would have been no story.
It would have been no story. Or it'd have been a story that would have been used later. See, black on black crime.
There you go. Yeah, and the right has decided they're gonna use a story as a kind of like saying that black kids don't have any self-control. They need to be taught to use better thinking skills and it's like, really? Yeah, after all these white kids shooting up schools, you really want to do that?
Yeah, first off, we don't need you to teach us nothing. You trying to teach us like you tried to teach the slaves. Yeah, you have you taught them not to go to school and shoot folk up?
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. But again, shouldn't be a race issue. What this really seems to me is this is a state of our youth. Our youth, they don't fight anymore. They stab, they shoot, they kill. That's the real issue they need to talk about instead of making this about race.
Hey, well, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that because they support guns and all this stuff too much. So why not let me turn into a race thing as opposed to, we need to get a better handle on our kids.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that. Because that's the bigger issue is these kids, black and white, they don't know how to channel their anger and
they don't respect life.
And respect life. They don't respect life. You pull out a knife on somebody, you stab, that's their first move, not try to punch them in the face.
There you go. Not fight, or if you getting stomped, or if you got three of them threatening you, not walking away. You ain't got to be a punk. I don't make you a punk if you walk away from three people jumping on you.
No,
that makes you smart. Right,
but you make this decision to stab someone, and you're gone. And if you want to talk race, will this kid get a fair trial? I don't know, but that's what we look, ahead on. Maybe he won't get a fair trial in Texas. There's a good chance.
It's a real good chance. It's a real good chance.
But we're not there yet.
But it would be nice. Well, it's like I said, it's none of my business, but it would be good to get the full story.
It would be, and
what really happened, as opposed to what he says happened or what people say, what really happened. And I'm to the point now where I don't trust witnesses.
I don't either.
If he's under their tent, that means it's all his people there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think his people are going to say?
Yeah, it's going to be his witnesses. But again, even if that's the case, some kid lost their life. He lost his life. He got stabbed.
And it's not something to play. Yeah, it's not something to play political games about. It's something to educate all of our youth.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, not just black kids don't know how to act. White kids don't either.
Yeah. And that people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the bigger issue here. But they are making a race issue, and we'll hear more about it, I'm sure. A lot of black people are saying, if this kid was under the tent and he was being bullied, then he should have stabbed him. I'm like,
no, he shouldn't have stabbed him.
Yikes. Just fight him.
Hey, all you gotta do, all right, go over there. I'll be back. Go get your team.
Yeah.
And let's rumble.
And let that be it. Now this man's life, this one kid's dead, the other kid, his life will never be the same.
His life is,
Sad issue, man. But we'll be keeping up with it. We'll try to keep up with it and see what happens. I want to play something for you. So this lady, she said that how do you get the youth back in the church? Listen to this.
We say we want young people in the church, but what exactly are they coming to? Because a flyer saying Youth Sunday ain't enough. Y'all keep saying bring the youth, but when they come, the music is outdated, the energy is dry, and the service is not built for them to engage.
When you hear something like that, when you hear her saying the entertainment, which sounds crazy to me.
That's yeah.
What do you think about? What do you think about that?
Well, part of the reason the youth ain't in the church is because the parents ain't in the church.
Mm-hmm.
You can change the way you do things without compromising the gospel. That's what you gotta be careful. Certain old things that the church did, maybe it doesn't need to do anymore, as long as you don't compromise the gospel. So you want to make church interesting and real and relevant for everybody. That includes young people. You can change some of your songs.
How do you do that?
You can change some of your songs.
I'll change the song, update them a little bit.
Yeah, you can update your music. You can don't be so critical of them when they come in. A lot of times that's what it is. The people that's in the church run the people that's out of church. They keep them from coming to church. So as older people, we can't be so judgmental on youth. So when they come in, don't pull your britches up. That skirt's too short. You got to let them grow, but you got to give them that opportunity. So, yeah, you got to do things to catch their interest.
And what she did, I did kind of cut it off. What she said at the end was they don't have a space to engage and ask questions. Because maybe they're questioning some of this stuff. You think that exists in the church?
Well, if you're really wanting to make them grow, you got to teach them. And with that, you can't just do that bring them to church on Sunday morning. They ain't got, unless it's Sunday school, they ain't got room to ask questions. You need to have youth studies, youth days, where they can come in and they can ask real questions without feeling like they're being judged, and show them the importance of the gospel to them. Yeah, I mean, if you engage them, you can bring them in.
Do you think that's why the church kind of lost some younger people, not just the kids, but they lost the adults? You think the kids were going because their parents were going, they were just there. They weren't really learning anything. They were just there.
Yeah. Now you think about when you was little, how much you learned at church.
Didn't. I was playing.
The music was loud.
The music was loud. I was chewing gum, talking, not paying attention. You were there.
Yeah. The music's loud. That's the only thing you like about church. The music was loud. Yeah. So you don't have anything to grab their attention.
Uh-huh.
So as those people got older, and then somebody experienced church hurt, they're like, man, I ain't going back. Yeah. So they pull themselves out. They have kids. They're not going to church. The kids ain't going to church.
And maybe not just church hurt, but just I hate to say overexposure. But a lot of people do get overexposed where they go every day. A lot of people have church every day. They have a lot of church.
That, man.
I'm just saying, like, some people, they like, once they don't have to go, nobody's telling them to go, they be like, man,
I ain't going. Yeah,
I done my time. That's what they thinking.
And they're not realizing that. Well, because they don't realize the importance of it to them.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do. You got to make them realize that it's important to them, and not just you go because mama and them went and they made you go.
Yeah. But I think it's something to that, though. Like I said, even when I wasn't paying attention, eventually, once I got a little older, because I was already there, I started.
You started listening.
I started hearing, started listening.
Yeah. So I mean, that's you've got to make. You do need to make your service inviting to them, but Sunday morning service is Sunday morning service. You can change your music, but you're still not able to. You got to have space for them to be themselves and ask you questions. They can't do that on Sunday morning. Not doing church service.
Right.
So you've got to have like times allotted for them to do that and pique their interest. Then maybe they come back.
And how important is youth leadership, having leadership in the church that they're younger. They're younger, but
when you say younger, what do you mean?
I mean, like, they're preachers, but they may be in their 20s, early 20s, mid 20s.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that as long as they realize they don't know everything.
Okay.
God calls who he calls whenever he calls them. But a lot of times with a lot, it's you see two different extremes. You'll see young preachers who, because they're young, feel like an old man can't tell them nothing. Well, that's old. That ain't old. Well, the Bible hasn't changed. God's word hasn't changed. God's expectations of your life haven't changed. And they may come in young and cocky and not listen. Then you'll have some that'll want to be a clone of the old guy. And that ain't good either. You need to flow in your own lane.
Right.
I mean, God's going to call who he's going to call when he's going to call. I don't see a problem with it. Just don't be a know-it-all, whether young or old.
Learn. Be willing to learn.
Be willing to learn and know that you can learn from anybody.
You see that? So, are you black? Or are you African American?
I'm butterscotch, dog.
I mean, I'm serious, man. Are you? He had to fill out a paperwork. Would you say they had black or African American? What would you?
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't. But what would you put?
I mean, I've always been black.
So you never really bought into the African American.
I mean, because they don't call them European Americans.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Take a listen.
I'm not an African American. I'm an American. I am a Black American. I am definitely Black. And yes, my ancestors come from Africa. How long does a bloodline have to live in one land before they are considered a pure species of that land? Mm-hmm. Meaning, how long did my people have to be in America to say, hey, no, we're American, compared to some people who are English American, who are Irish American, who are German American from their ancestors, but they get to call themselves American.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, they ate her up though. This was Raven Simone. She said this a while back. They ate her up. They didn't like that. They were like, "Oh, she's trying to cater to the right. She's doing too much. We are connected to Africa because she's
really?
Huh?
Oh, we really? How many of y'all are willing to go over to Africa and see how them people feel about you?
We're not connected to Africa. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at your point of view on this. But yeah, we're really not. We're really black. I remember my grandma I remember when it switched. And she said, I ain't got no people in Africa.
I'm like Fred Savage, all my people from St. Louis. Yeah.
But isn't that disrespectful to the ancestors by saying that we're not African, taking the African out of that?
I don't think so.
Why?
We can still acknowledge their sacrifice and everything they went through. But if we're trying to be American, why we got a subdivision? Like I said, they're not European Americans.
But are we forgetting our heritage by saying taking it out?
Heritage just because they took it out.
Not forget it, but are you discounting it? Are you taking it out? It was called African American to acknowledge that our ancestors are from Africa.
And before that, it was Afro American.
Before that, it was Negro.
So Afro was that our hair or what was that?
Well, it was still African. It was African still. But I feel like
they don't say long nose American, but you say Afro American.
I think it was a way to connect. We had that whole Pan-African era of the medallions and the black fist. We had that era.
The red, the black, the green.
Yeah, we had that era, and I think that was people wanted to be called African America, to be connected to the motherland. Granted, we never been there,
and we're not connected to it.
Not necessarily. We're not. Only connection was that medallion around our necks. Unfortunately,
we're not connected to it, and that's not trying to downplay African American. I'm just saying, if we black, we're black. We can be black and African American, but don't. At some point, we gotta be American. That's the problem.
We do, but again, our perspective and our view of America has always been different because of our experiences here, and we don't really connect on that American pie, American flag, that whole thing. We don't really connect like that. So I can see why people want to connect with Africa and the red, black, and
green. Are we connected with Africa?
I would say some are. I would say some black people are. Maybe we're not.
Yeah,
maybe we're not.
We definitely.
We do. Because we've been here long enough to see that, and we know of Africans that don't really rock with us like that.
They don't mess with us like that. Yeah, they don't mess with us like that.
And I think that's one of the issues. Huh?
Yeah. Go on over there and see how they treat you.
Yeah. I mean, and some would say that they're treated fine, but it probably depends on what part.
Yeah.
Probably your complexion. Also, they got a thing over there. Yeah. I don't know. I don't feel like. I feel like it's kind of outdated. African American. We just black.
Here's the thing, though. I'd use either one of them, but if you say which one are you, I'm gonna say black first.
Yeah,
I'd use either one of them because those are the labels they give us.
Yeah, but what about then you move on for person of color? You have that thing.
I don't deal with the pox.
You don't deal with the pox. I don't deal with the pox.
Then you are really minimizing us.
You're erasing the black culture.
Yeah.
You're erasing it.
Only Pac I deal with is Tupac.
Yeah. It's a thing though. It's a thing. But she caught, man, they ate her up. They ate her up. I remember when that came out, I was like, dang. And I knew exactly what she was saying. She just said she didn't have a connection. She'd never been to Africa. She doesn't know anybody in her family that's connected to Africa. So she's far removed.
Yeah. I mean, most of us, if we're going to be honest, that's the truth.
We are. We're removed from, like I said, your people from St. Louis.
Yeah, my people from St. Louis. They ain't bringing no jungle junk home.
Oh man. So you got one song. You're in paradise. Say heaven, but we're gonna say paradise. You have one song that you play all the time, and you have one meal that you eat. What song would you have that will repeat over and over and over and over? What song would it be, and what meal would it be?
You go first.
I'll try one song over and over. That's tough. Because after a while,
I can listen to songs over and over and over. Well, I mean, I ain't really got no favorite song. It's just what I want to hear at the time.
Oh man, that's tough. It's probably a New Edition song, maybe. I don't know. That would get old after. I was gonna say, "Can You Stand the Rain?" I do like that one. Dang, after a while.
Yeah, you be like, this ain't paradise. This is hell.
That's it. Tough, right?
On Bended Knee.
That's a good song. What meal?
Forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah. What meal? That's tough. It's all you gonna have.
Yeah, that's really gonna get old.
On bended knee, eating what?
A ribeye.
A steak. On bended knee, eating steak forever. In paradise.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I'll take some pizza and some Tupac.
Which one?
Keep your head up.
Okay.
Pac and pizza for me.
Yeah. Pac and pizza in paradise. Go ahead, bud.
There we go. T-shirt. You know what I mean?
Copyright that one too.
Copyright that one too. Oh man.
But yeah, if you listen to it forever and ever and ever, it's not gonna be paradise long.
Ooh, wouldn't it be tough? That would be hard. That would be hard to do, man. So you remember last week we talked about your boy Stevie Wonder. It never ends with Stevie. Guess what he did?
Drove to the store. What?
Hold on.
I beat all three of us, whipped our ass in air hockey. I'll never forget.
No.
Man. Oh man, Steve was the master of air hockey.
Hey, wait.
I told him, I said,
you can't just glaze over that part. Like, you got to understand.
So Stevie Wonder, he beat Johnny Gill, Gerald Levert, and Keith Sweat in air hockey. He beat all three of them in air hockey. This is blind Stevie Wonder beat all three of them in air hockey.
Stevie ain't blind, man. Stevie ain't blind.
So you calling no cap?
It's gotta be no cap. There I go coughing.
Oh no, man.
Are you gonna tell folk that a blind guy beat you in air hockey?
He said he would never. He said he wasn't supposed to tell it ever. They said you can never tell this to nobody.
Hey, yeah, I'm saying it's no cap. Stevie ain't blind.
I mean, air hockey.
Yeah, how can you? What I mean, I know your other senses get heightened, but does he hear the way it's? Yeah, Stevie can see.
I mean, you done heard about him driving a car.
Yeah, Stevie can see. Don't let him play you.
So I might be with you, man. So it's really cap that he's blind.
Yeah, at some point, Stevie gonna come out and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I can see."
Oh my God! I was rolling. I was like, man, I can't wait to do this one.
How in the world? Yeah, ain't nowhere in the world. I would never tell that story.
There's certain things you don't tell. That's one of them. You can never.
I never tell that story.
Yeah, it's like in school getting beat up by a girl.
Just you don't. Just like on the Boondocks when Granddad got beat up by the blind dude's stink meaner.
I missed that one.
I'm gonna have to get you the Boondocks.
It's on Hulu, but I ain't got through all of them yet, man. It's gonna take some time.
Man, ain't but 20 minutes a piece.
Yeah, but how many seasons?
5.
That's a lot of seasons. 5 is a lot of seasons. But I'll have to catch. What is that one called? Do you remember?
Something about Stink Meaner.
Okay, I have to catch it.
Then Stink Meaner comes back, but it's the first one. I forgot. Man,
I know. Sorry, man. I'm not up on the Boondocks like
I'm gonna need you to catch up on the Boondocks.
I'm gonna catch up. As long you got to catch up on Abbott Elementary, though. You gonna watch Abbott Elementary?
Not even close. I mean, I will, but not even close. Not even close to the Boondocks. Not even close.
Oh, listen to you, man.
Boondocks is classic. Not even close.
It's not the same. It's definitely not the same, man. Oh, man. So we got the championship coming up tomorrow, which will not include Duke. We got. Sorry, man. I had to say it because you would go if y'all had a won. You would have came here.
I had told my wife I was already looking at them big hats.
You gonna act the fool.
Yeah, I was.
You gonna act the fool. I already know. I already know what you was gonna do. Yeah, so I mean, how you feeling, man? How you feel? Is it like Cowboys? Is it like football season? Or
no,
is it one?
It's not, because I have zero realistic expectation of the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl.
Fair.
I had a realistic expectation of Duke to win the national championship.
Fair.
Much more different.
Oh, man. So I got Drake news for you, man. A judge has denied Universal Music Group's a motion to stay discovery into Drake's defamation character, meaning that rapper will get access. Drake will get access to the UMG and Kendrick Lamar contract agreement.
Why?
It's a case.
I told you. Yeah.
I told you. He might not lose. So, and people are joking that Drake might own Kendrick's masters. Like
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
So, if that happens, does he win the beef?
He won.
If he won, just like that, all them battle raps, he won.
He was big bank, take little bank.
I'm with you. I said the same thing. If he takes his masters, if he has Kendrick's masters, he won the beef.
Yeah, I'm the winner,
hands down.
Y'all play that some more.
Matter of fact, I'll play
it. Yeah, he wins. If that happens, he wins.
Oh God, I saw this. I was like, whoa. I said, this is crazy, because I knew it was a case. I just didn't think it would be.
Yeah, that big a case.
Yeah, he gets to see the contract. That's next.
So, he wins that. Congratulations, Drake. You won.
Mm-hmm. You won. Drake wins the battle rap. Yeah, he got that.
Checkers and chess.
Facts. Last week we talked about the most soulful white singers, right? I forgot somebody, man. Kenny Loggins. This is it.
Really?
Kenny Loggins? That one song that Kirk Franklin redid. Remember he redid This Is It? You don't remember that one? Kenny Loggins. Go back and listen to it. Kenny Loggins. He just got to pull it up.
This Is It? How's it go?
I'm not going to sing it. Pull it up.
Sing it.
I'm not going to sing it, man.
Sing it.
I'm not going to sing it, man. I'm not going to sing. But I'll send it to you. But Kirk Franklin did the gospel song. He took that sample.
Kirk he redo everything. So
he does. But man, that was a soulful song. And I still put Hall & Oates. I'm moving Hall & Oates, by the way.
What you move the Beach Boys?
Beach Boys.
You had to beat the Bee Gees, the Bee Gees, the Bubble Guts. Why did you move the Bubble Guts? You move him out.
I can't move the Bee Gees, man.
Just put MC Search in.
That's not music. I mean, it's not
music.
It's not soul.
You
music.
get the gas face.
It's not soul music, man. Come on.
Man.
Yeah. The Bee Gees are soulful, man. Please, if you don't think the Bee Gees are soulful.
You kicked the Hall and Oates out for the Bee Gees?
No. I think I removed John B. because he only has like 2 songs. Yeah. Think about it. And if you heard him lately, have you heard John B sing his songs lately? Did I send you? You hadn't?
You know them dudes can't sing no more.
It's bad though. It's bad. It's bad. But yeah, I'd probably move him. He had that one song. Right? What other song John B have?
Well, but it was really soulful.
One song.
One hit.
Yeah. One album. Really.
Yeah. You gonna move John B?
I'm moving John B out.
What about Color Me Bad?
Oh, I forgot about that now. I forgot about Color Me Bad. But again, one hit. Maybe 2. Maybe two. But you want to put Robin Thicke.
Yeah. He got more than one hit.
He does.
You didn't even want to put JT in there.
I definitely.
Because you don't like it.
Ever since the Black Scent thing, I've been a little shaky with JT. I'm sorry.
Because you don't like him.
I don't like JT.
What do Bruno Mars? What is he?
Good question. That's a good one. I'd put him up there. I mean, he ain't white. He's what?
I don't know what he is.
He's I'm not gonna say Polynesian.
I don't know what he is.
I'm gonna say Polynesian. I think he is.
What is Bruno Mars? I bet we won't be the first person to ask that question.
When I say Polynesian, I feel like I'm talking about a sauce, and I feel like I'm being disrespectful.
Well, quit being disrespectful. You also say the E word.
Well, like when people used to call Asian people Oriental. Remember Oriental?
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like,
terrible.
When did we change? I mean,
what is
Asian?
So yeah, I was right.
Bruno Mars is Filipino.
Is it Filipino?
Filipino American.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Bruno.
But it's funny. He's Filipino American.
What does that mean?
As long as you ain't white, you got to have something in front of you American.
African.
Yeah.
Italian American. I think people say that. Irish American, don't they?
No.
No, they say
I
white.
mean, they'll say it they say white.
Yeah, they yeah. Hell yeah. That's all I remember my grandma saying. Yeah, she said, I ain't don't be calling me no African.
Wait, we call you African American.
Don't be calling me that. I'm black.
We don't.
Oh God, that's hilarious. But yeah, I'm black. But we're really not black though. Black?
No, we're not black. I don't know, man.
It's a tough call.
Just call me.
That's what I say. Just call me by my name, man. Spell it right. That's all I say, man. What you know.
Yeah. So Bruno Mars, what'd you call him?
I
bet if you asked him, he white.
No way.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
He's definitely proud. That's one thing about it. When people are other, for the most part, they're gonna say exactly. They're proud of their culture. Puerto Ricans. Puerto Rican. Yeah. You know that.
You better not call them Mexican.
Better not call them Mexican.
Yeah.
There's certain people you don't. Yeah. If they're Vietnamese, you better not call them Chinese.
Yeah, they don't.
It's just certain things they're proud of their culture, they're proud of their heritage, and it's unfortunate we don't. That's where the African American thing comes in. There could be something we just don't have a connection to Africa like that. Unfortunately,
that's what it is. We don't.
Yeah, because I think as Black people, it seems like we connect more with Native American heritage. You hear that a lot. I
mean, because they was here.
Yeah, and you hear a lot of Black people. Yeah, my great grandmother was Cherokee Indian.
Yeah, that's because they got good hair. Don't let them fool you. They got Indian in their family because they got curly hair. Man, don't let them play that game on you.
No, but it's real. There is an Indian American or Native American culture that exists within the Black culture. We all connected with them because they was here.
Them curly haired Negroes. We got good hair. They got Indian in their family.
And not to mention the Lumbees, who are definitely around this area. You seen them.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's more of our, So anyway, man, I want you to leave us on a positive note. You can talk about Duke this time, man, please.
I ain't gonna talk about Duke.
What you got?
We shall rise again. We got the Boozer boys are coming in next year. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, Con Knipple stay. Mm-hmm. Isaiah Evans stay. I mean, we'll be right back. Headed in the right direction. See what I'm talking about. I want to congratulate Juju Watkins for winning the National Player of the Year. If Juju is here, Connecticut
well deserved.
Well deserved. If Juju's around, Connecticut ain't winning the championship because they're not in it.
Yeah. Shout out to Juju, man.
We love you, Juju.
Yeah.
Even if Jaden Daniels' mama be bugging.
That was funny. That's always been funny. Them girls.
Stupid. Yeah, man. Congratulations, Juju. We wish you a speedy recovery.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Great year of basketball. I would say this is a great year of college basketball that I've seen. The best I've seen in a long time on both sides.
It really has been. So, to those of you who said Caitlin Clark leave and women's basketball go from sugar to you was wrong.
People said that. I didn't believe that. I didn't believe that. As long as you had Juju and you got old girl from UConn.
Hey, and here's the thing: you got Dawn and Gino.
That's what I'm saying.
They not moving on. They gonna still stay in college.
Exactly. So, Exactly. People who say that, man, they delusional, really, because it's here to stay. Especially women's basketball.
It is.
Women's college basketball is on the rise.
It is.
It's on the rise. So
get well soon, Juju.
Yeah, come back, Juju. Come back strong. All right, brother. Good pod as always, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Love you, man.
Love you too, man. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, man. Comment, man. Are you African? Are you African American? Are you Black? Are you Asian? What do you consider yourself out there?
Are you butterscotch?
Let us know, man. That's been Coach No Cap. Peace.
Peace.